Good morning. Welcome back to the Dive Plan. I am your guide, Jim, and today we're diving in absolutely gorgeous conditions at Sundrock Marine Preserve on Hood Canal in outside of Hoodsport, Washington. The fit for today is I'm only here for the surface interval because that's the truth. Hats off to Off the Hook Diving in Lacey, Washington for all your dive needs. Make sure to go to them if you need anything for your dives in Washington. That's where I get my air fills. And like I said, we're going to do some dives here at Sundrock today. We're going to hit the wreck, which is that far buoy way over there. You can barely see it if you really look really hard, squint, and probably zoom and enhance. We're going to do the north wall, which is this first buoy right here. Go down there, try to find a couple octos and probably a half a dozen wolf eels or so, and a bunch of really cool nudibranchs. We're also going to do the south wall, which is what you're looking at right now. That right there is the rock, thus Sundrock. We're going to go down that beach, go around the rock, drop down. We're going to go deep on that dive, try to find some sea whips. I'll point them out on the video if we find them, and see if we can't find the big giant octo that usually hangs out near the end of the south wall. Anyhow, that's the plan. I'm going to try to go make that happen.
And as we look at one of Sundrock Marine Preserve's brand new dive site signs, I'll remind you, if you have any questions about critters, hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, enjoy. As we descended on our first dive, we saw this male wolf eel directly below us out of its den hunting. It was nearly as long as I am tall, and I'm 6'2". At nearly 100 feet deep, we finally found some sea whips. And while this one was full grown, most of the ones we found were like this, juveniles. As we made our way back up to the south wall itself, we immediately started finding more wolf eels. And quite a few nudibranch species. How big is this giant nudibranch? Well, the rockfish that's passing in front of it right there is over 12 inches long. Though most of them are difficult to see, there are a bunch of squat lobsters on this rock. This giant Pacific octopus was huge, beautiful, and on eggs. This was one of a handful of mated pairs of wolf eels that we found on our dives today. This GPO was even bigger than the first one we saw and was also on eggs. This is a vermilion rockfish. They're rare, they're solitary, and they're absolutely beautiful. The second giant nudibranch we found on this dive. Not as big as the first one, but still impressive. And of course, a lingcod. This is the wreck at Sundrock. The variety of life that can be found on this boat can be astounding. Your eyes are not deceiving you. This 5+ foot long monster of a lingcod is Mama Ling. She lives on the wreck. As a point of reference, the lingcod you're about to see was almost 4 feet long, and he was easily dwarfed by Mama Ling. This is me checking that my exit is secure before I swim through it. This wreck is where I teach wreck diving in the Puget Sound, actually, because it's one of the very few penetratable wrecks there are around here. You'll see the silt on my hand from tapping the walls to make sure the exit's secure as I give Logan the okay right there. In this one small area, there were black, brown, copper, and quillback rockfish. As with our first dive, we found a number of nudibranch species on the wreck, including this clown nudie, which happens to be one of Logan's favorites. Directly under the north wall buoy's anchor block, a small GPO has taken up residence and is more than happy to wave his arms at scuba divers. This is Old Sam. He's one of the oldest wolf eels at Sundrock, and he's right near the beginning of the north wall. He's one of 14 wolf eels we counted on the north wall today. There are several species of sea stars at Sundrock, but rarely do we see sun stars like this one. So seeing one on the south wall and then this one on the north wall was a very happy surprise. So there you have it, 3 more fantastic dives for the dive log. And as we surfaced from our last dive at the north wall, an orca swam by that spot you're looking at right there over by the south wall and was seen by all of the divers on the shore. Talk about a near miss. So as usual, I want to thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like and share and hit that subscribe button. We're halfway to 500 members, and when we get there, I'm doing a giveaway for 2 free guided dives. So until next time, fins up, dive safe.